We were 4 American college students traveling through Korea. Mark, Sienna, Leo, and me, Jenny. It was meant to be our last adventure before graduation, a once-in-a-lifetime memory. So we left the city crowds behind and found a quiet mountain. At a small rural village, we asked an old man for directions. He stared at our map for a moment and then quietly said, "Jangsan, why would you go there? If someone calls your name, never answer." His lips trembled and his eyes were filled with something unspoken. We smiled it off. Just a harmless superstition, we thought. First day, the mountain already felt unwelcoming. Clouds gathered too early, and rain came down fast. As we hurried to pitch our tents, Leo suddenly turned and whispered. I heard my brother's voice, over there, behind that tree. That was impossible. His brother was in the US, and we were the only ones on this mountain. But Leo wasn't joking. He wasn't confused. He looked terrified. That night, none of us slept. Rustling leaves, faint laughter in the distance, something brushing past our ears like a whisper. The wind that came with the rain. It wasn't just cold. It carried something wrong. Something watching. Next morning, Leo was gone. His backpack was still inside the tent, shoes untouched, no footprints, no signs of struggle. It was like he'd vanished into thin air. Sienna tried to stay calm, but her hands wouldn't stop shaking. Mark insisted Leo had gone for a walk, but we all knew he was lying. We tried to descend the mountain, but the storm worsened. No GPS, no signal. Then Sienna froze. Someone just called my name, she said, right behind me. My blood ran cold because I heard it too. Someone calling Sienna's name, softly but clearly. If Leo had just heard things, Mark muttered, he wouldn't have reacted like that. If he really heard someone, remember what that old man said? Don't answer when your name is called. Maybe it's not just a story. Maybe we're not alone here. His voice was shaking, and fear began to swallow us whole. That night, Sienna vanished. No scream, no sound. We searched the woods for hours, but found nothing. Now it was just Mark and me. While looking for a way down, we found what looked like an old, abandoned mine. Mark stopped. I heard my mom's voice from inside. I grabbed his arm, but he pulled away and stepped into the darkness. He never came back. Final day. I ran like hell, until I collapsed. A rescue team found me near the trail. When I woke up at the hospital, I didn't answer the police. Where are your friends? I couldn't say, because I didn't know. I know is, I still hear them calling my name in dreams. I thought I survived. 3 years later, I boarded a plane to Korea with different friends. The nightmare was over, or so I believed. But But right before landing, as I stared out at the dark mountain ridge, a voice whispered in my ear. Too familiar, too real. Jenny, come here.